Hey everybody, I'm Heidelin with Austin Entertainment Management here with my co-host Swear Words. What's going on?
What's up? What's up? Nothing. Same old.
Long time no see, right?
I know. It's been a while. We missed you.
Well, hopefully you were able to catch those awesome interviews that we had in place of our live stream over the last 2 weeks while I was off playing at Pharmapalooza.
Oh yeah.
So, Austin Entertainment Management sponsored Pharmapalooza this year, and my band Mast had the pleasure of performing for this awesome festival. And I was just gonna do like a little wrap up, um, but like there's way too much to talk about, and we've got some other special announcements that are coming up regarding the Brotazapa. So, um, we're just going to record a separate little interview that's going to air on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, our regular time for releasing our interview videos. And so I'm looking forward to this interview. It's going to be good. Um, you guys have no idea what you miss. And all I'm going to say is the environment of the whole festival was one of abundance and love, and everybody just got along, and everyone was enjoying the music, and there was a lot of musicians that were there, and a lot of just having a good time and hanging out with good people, and it was a really great experience. So you missed that part of it, but there was someone there, Daniel Garrett from Danger Videos, and he's got a YouTube channel where every time he goes to a show, he records the whole show, and then he puts up a song from that show. So he's got one video from every band. So if you go to hellisthebomb.com/pharmapalooza, you can find a link to his YouTube videos, and you can at least see one song performance from each band if you weren't able to go. So there you go, Mike. I know you weren't able to go with me.
Nah, I was able to see a couple of videos that people were posting, and it looked awesome. I wish I got to see more. I wish there was like a drone like footage of it so I can see the entire map out of it. But it was really cool to see the stage and the setup that you guys had. I saw everyone walking around with not chickens. Oh, roosters, right?
That's right. I was a rooster, not a chicken, but it was really awesome nonetheless.
It was
But
so
they're
good.
not a chicken. So yeah, I don't think that rooster knew what its day was going to be like.
Definitely not. Got
Hello,
that
my little furry co-host that likes to come in when I'm recording videos. Stormy, in case you didn't know, she missed me a lot, and this is her favorite little pink elephant. Okay, so wanted to give a shout out to Danger Videos, and then Dan Sherber from Shutter Sheebs was there shooting. Uh, I'm so blanked out. Shooting pictures. And his photography is really, really cool. He's got some good shots. And so we're going to be posting more of those on our Mast page. And I'm going to be collecting some of these some of these pictures. I'm very stuck on videos right now for some reason. I'm going to be collecting some of these videos and adding, see, there we go again, videos, pictures, and that's also going to be added on the website. Right now, we've got linked right to Shutter Sheeb's website, and so you can see all of his pictures. He does some awesome pictures of nature and sporting events and other stuff besides musicians. So go check out his website. And then I want to give a very special shout out to Dave Danowitz from Diamond Dave Photography. He's always done great pictures of maps. And so he not only did he take pictures of us live, which we haven't seen yet, we're patiently waiting. Um, we got just pictures of the band done with some pretty awesome farm backgrounds. So we'll be releasing some of those pictures soon. And as soon as he finishes with his Farmapalooza pictures, we'll be linking those up as well on the website. So those are the changes I made at hellisthebomb.com this week. Let's see. What else happened that I need to talk about? On Monday, we had our Get Discovered music networking meeting. You were there, Mike. What did you think of Greg Davis?
I was excited from the beginning. Once I knew he was the guy that performed like the presentation with the song, I was very enticed to hear what he said. But he was actually really awesome, really informative. I think like his outlook of like doing things was unique, so it was really awesome. I think everyone should check out that video.
And with that, yay, I am doing a video recording of that, and I'm going to be working on releasing that in the guide section of our Facebook group, which is Accountable to Music. Oh, Mike, I forgot to send you that link. Do you think you could find that and post that in the chat for people so that they can find it?
I'm on it.
Awesome. So in our Accountable to Music group, it's pretty much being run like our mastermind that we do, except that it's digital format and it's kind of come and go as you please, as opposed to meeting at a certain time. I know you guys are busy, so we're trying to help you out as much as possible so you get it done. And that's the idea of this group. You're going to say what you want to get done this week. If you get stuck somewhere, you have a resource to come to and ask in the comments for some help for resources. And then at the end of the week, you're going to say, yep, I did this. And you're going to be accountable to actually finishing it. I know how hard it can be as a songwriter to have a song in mind that you want to get done, and you get busy with other stuff over the weekend or whatever, and you plan to work on it, and then you're like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then you don't sit down and you don't do it tomorrow, or you just don't feel creative enough to work on it. Get it. And so this is just an extra layer of people that are really feeling motivated to get it done or feeling that passion to create, but life has a way of distracting us and pulling us away. So check out that group. Not only is it there to hold you accountable to what you want to get done, but it's also there for you to promote yourself and be interviewed and co-create some content with us. And it's there for the guides and the experts that we're going to be bringing in based on the kind of conversations that you want to have. What kind of resources do you need more of? And so far, we've been starting from the beginning of branding and your values and who you are, because all of that is really important that you establish where you're going so that you can get there. Get distracted on all of these side journeys on the way there.
So important.
Yes, I agree. And that's one of the things that Greg really talked about on Monday was being very clear on what you want to have in your life. And from there we can build a plan. Another thing that he said was don't invest your money in a new guitar, new whatever equipment, but stop and take that money and invest it into some sort of business education. And so that's kind of like why we talk about that so much in the guides, but we also are talking about what is even stopping you from getting started to begin with, which is what our episode is about today. Um, it's the lies that you've been telling yourself. And the one today we're going to talk about is the lie I've been telling myself: it's all or nothing. Now,
That's a good one.
And there's a couple different applications for this one, but in today's case, we're going to be talking about this it's all or nothing concept between action and procrastination. So, I'm going to be talking a little bit more today about like the root of why we aren't doing anything. It's not always because we don't have someone to hold us accountable or we don't have the right education that we can access. There's a ton of that stuff out there, and a lot of it you don't even need to invest anything into. Although a lot of the good stuff is, you know, behind a payment. But that's also because you get some of this added layered value.
Yeah.
But why are we not doing it to begin with? Why are we not starting? But before we get into that topic, one last thing that I want to announce for those of you in Jacksonville, Florida, Pine Studios is doing their monthly music meetup. And so that is on Sunday at 6 o'clock. There's another link I could have sent to you, Mike, that I didn't. Let's see. Music meetup. Jax is where you can find them on Instagram. I got the link. Hold on.
Music meetup. All right.
Yes. So if you are not doing anything this Sunday night, come hang out, meet some other local musicians. It's always a good time. April always has some unique snacks available, so you don't have to worry about starving the entire time. So there's that, and always good people there. So Sunday at 6 o'clock. And I think that is all of our announcements. So, are you ready to get started?
Oh yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay, so once I build momentum, I'm usually good. But as soon as there's a break in routine, oh, it's really easy for everything to just like crumble and fall apart.
Especially in the beginning.
Yes. So the first thing that I'm going to say is if you're a person that struggles with procrastination and getting started with a certain project, the first thing I'm going to say is get a morning routine. Now, there's times you'll go off on vacation or on tour or whatever, and you're going to possibly break that morning routine. But when you come back, you know where to start as soon as you wake up in the morning. If you don't have a plan at the very beginning of the morning, it is very, very easy for your family, your roommates, whoever is in your house, to hijack your day and take it away and make it a good day or a bad day. And your judge is going to decide which one it is, and it's probably going to be bad.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it's really easy to get distracted online when you don't have a plan for the day and just all of a sudden, waste a lot of time away. And it's very easy for your emotions to then get hijacked by what you're seeing by online stuff. So the idea of having a morning routine is to figure out what's going to set you up the best each day.
Yeah.
So in that morning routine, in my morning routine, the very first thing that I do is I'm part of the Positive Intelligence program. So I have an app and it has a daily focus, which is awesome because a lot of times the stuff in the daily focus are things that um, wasn't part of my conscious awareness, but I was like, oh, you know what? This is a really good thing for me to focus on today. And that gives me my mental focus. And that sets me up for doing my mental fitness exercises throughout the day. So that's number one. I'm going to carry through with being mentally fit throughout the day. That's my number one important. Number two in my morning routine is I make sure that all of my animals are fed. They love me for that. And I love that too because I mean, animals and being around animals gives me a ton of energy. So it's a great way to wake up. You know, you got the dog all happy because you're putting some food in her bowl, and oh my goodness, like it's the happiest part of the day. And then I've got some birds that always want to come over and give me some kissies in the morning. So that's like really, it's a really nice way to start the day.
Oh yeah.
So from there in my morning routine, then I start preparing myself for the day. Like if I've got to get some laundry done or something like that, I'll just take like 5 minutes, 15 minutes to do like that kind of stuff around the house. We making my coffee at that time. And then I always have a time that I sit down at my desk and then get started working. I tried to fit the exercise part in the morning, but I'm not a morning exercise person. I am an afternoon exercise person.
There you go.
So that's it. There's not like a whole lot to my morning routine. And I left out a lot of details, like, you know, the ones that we all do, like those kind of details in the morning, the getting dressed and that. But I just wanted to mention, you know, some of the ones that I hit upon every morning that are important to me to do right away when I get up. And it's automatic. I don't have to think about it. Like when I get out of bed, I'm not like, oh, distracted by maybe like an email notification that I saw come through on my phone when I picked it up to see what time it was in the morning. Um, I go, oh, I can take care of that in 30 minutes because that's when I'm going to sit down at my desk. And it allows me to not let things hijack my day. I set up my day. My day doesn't set me up.
Nice.
So when I came back from 2 weeks of crazy routine, not anything normal, that was difficult to get that morning routine started again. It was like just having that 2 week break made it like, oh, what do I do now? And it was a lot easier for things to kind of steal my distraction. And I was also at a point, so this is my second point about getting started. When you break your routine and then you try and go back to it again, your mind might still be in what just happened, your vacation, your, you know, tour, your business trip, whatever it was that took you away from your routine for a little bit. Without kind of having some closure to it, it's really hard to step to the next thing. And for me, since this trip was all because of the Austin Entertainment Management sponsorship and masked playing, in order for me to work on the strategy for what happens next and be confident in what I need to do next, I needed to kind of just review what just happened over the last 2 weeks. And that's like a business example. That's something that you'd want to do anyway. Like, what went well? What didn't go so well? How are you going to fix things in the future and make it a little bit better than what it was before? But I've realized that even like if I take a relaxing vacation that has absolutely nothing to do with work, if I come back and then try and go back into work mode, my brain is like, we want to go back to vacation. Like, we don't want any of this right now. And when you feel that way, it's really important to tap into your why. And for a lot of people, including me, having that leisure time is part of my why do I do things. Why do I create music? Well, it's something that I enjoy doing, so it's part of my leisure time. And the more I dig into, well, why do I create music? There's a friend of mine, Jeff Glauser. You can check him out in the guides in our Accountable to Music. But we've got this thing that we say, you got to why it down. So the first why is usually kind of surface level. Okay, yeah, I do this. I do this for my leisure time. Of course, that's going to pop up right after vacation, right? But then you might be like, yeah, but it's so much work after it to, you've got it created and now I got to share it. And there's all this like business side of it. And so you start putting all of this extra stuff into it. Okay, like you've gone too far to the left side of your brain. You're thinking too many details right now. That's not going to help you get started. To get started, you've got to get really clear again on what the end looks like. So, what's your why? So, why do I create music? Because it gives me energy in my leisure time. I enjoy doing it. Okay, but why? Well, it gives me an opportunity to connect with other human beings through a different language, the language of music, which really gets a lot deeper. It hits our emotions and it's not just surface communication. So, well, why is that important? Well, because I think that everyone has an important gift and an important talent inside of themselves. And because of their unique combination of skills and background, only they are going to be able to release that to the world. So if I can use my music to motivate people to get started and create, then that's why. And I guess in that point, you could kind of keep going, but really in those 3 steps, we've hit on my why. Why do I do this? Why do I do these videos? Why do I keep creating music? Why do I support people in the music industry? Is because of the connection and because I want to inspire. And that's what I feel my purpose is. So as soon as I sat down and wrote all this stuff out and thought all this stuff down, I was ready to get started. I was like, okay, the break was nice, the vacation was nice, but the thing is, if I want more of this in my life, then this other stuff has to be done to get that end vision. So, does that make sense, Mike?
It makes too much sense, honestly. Nah, it's so important though.
So, the biggest thing that I want you to take away from this is when you're finding yourself between that crossroads of action and procrastination, this is where all or nothing comes in.
Yeah.
Those are not your only choices. You can start by doing just a little bit. And that one thing that is going to have the most impact is determining what your why is. Why do you want to do that thing that you're thinking about doing, but you might not do? You might not do, just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Choose to find out what your why is. And once you're really familiar with that why, then keep doing a morning routine to keep yourself on track to hitting your goals with achieving that end vision that you have in mind. And if you guys have any problems with envisioning what the end looks like so that you can start to figure out your strategy of how to get there, that is one of the ways that I help musicians. So feel free to just send me a message. I love having these conversations. So it's going to be an hour. We're going to talk about it. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything. But it is going to give you a really good idea of what you want to do next. And if you're one of those people that are still kind of shy and scared to reach out and talk to people and get help, we have created a ton of videos up to this point, whether it be in the live stream or when I first got started with these videos, that are all on our YouTube channel. And so before I go today, I just wanted to remind you all to go to our YouTube channel. That was a link I gave you, Mike. So, Mike, you want to put that in the comments for me? Go to our YouTube channel, subscribe so that you're not missing any of the videos that we have coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of talking in these live streams about what is the real cause of you not getting started. Why are you still sitting in procrastination when you know that you want something else in your life that you're not experiencing? So there's going to be a lot of that coming up. And then, of course, we're going to continue to bring you experts that can talk about the business side of music. Because if you're going to have a music business, you need to understand the business of music.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. Why does it give a Facebook link?
I don't know.
There we go. Hold on. No, this I want to give a more specific link instead of this Facebook link. So let me see. There we go. Okay, there. YouTube. Going on over there, subscribe, lots of good stuff. And hopefully, we will see you guys all on Friday for the most awesome Pharmapalooza interview video that we've done yet.
Explosive.
All right, y'all. It is great to be back and to be started. And I hope you all join me with whatever your project is over at our Accountable to Music page. All right, till next week. See you guys.